otherwise known as Turkey. I'm one of the admins here on the MoneyByte team. A warm welcome to you. Temperature here in the United Kingdom is 12 degrees. Thank you very much for joining us tonight for our weekly podcast on all that's happening on the MoneyByte scene and wider afield. I've got some interesting articles and bits to talk to you about tonight. We'll be launching our new pool shortly. That's the Safe Capital pool, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But on the larger markets as a whole, BTC has had a bit of an interesting week. It's moved down a little and then back up. Last week when we spoke, it was at $56,500. Now at $55,500. It's generally moved sideways over that period. And likewise with Ethereum, showing very similar moves. Last week when we spoke, $1,750. Now at $1,680. So not really too much. Midweek we did see both indices dip, both Bitcoin and Ethereum, following very similar trends to say the least. There's been some interesting articles recently published throughout the week about how things are progressing, and is it the retail or the institutional investors that are actually driving this move forward. There was an article questioning who is actually buying Bitcoin and why is it rising the way it is. Well, it is down to the institutions that are buying at the moment. Coinbase released figures back in the first quarter of 2018 compared to the fourth quarter of 2020. Retail investments had fallen from 80% down to 36%. Well, if you consider how Bitcoin has risen over that period, that would indicate if the retail investors aren't buying it, then the institutions will be. Institutions generally aren't as fickle as retail investors, as they will also leverage their positions, which does restrict them as to what they could and could possibly not do with those funds. They're more interested in the long-term gains rather than the lesser switches and movements in price on a day-to-day basis. Looking at Bitcoin futures, there are some considerable expectations above the 80,000 for the end of April. There was twice as many bets on the 80,000 as there was previously, and some are even going as high as 120 by mid-year. But we're going to see some volatility between now and then, but let's see how it all pans out. So good luck to all holders of Bitcoin. MoneyByte, on the other hand, has had a very nice series of green candlesticks on Graviex over the last about 10 days now. There's been some steady buying going on, and we are holding around the 100 sats mark. Keep bobbing up to 120, and then a few bots and little sellers come in, driving it down. Seems to be 3 orders at any one time, just competing to be on the top of the offer. But that's fine, and they eventually get taken out. So that's fine. Going from weak hands to strong hands, that's what we like to see. With that, I will call Jimmy to the microphone to find out what's been going on in Jimmy's world. Jimmy, are you there?
Hey, good evening, Pete. Nice to speak to you again. Past week I was not available due to family circumstances. Everything was eventually well, so that was good. Back home again. I did not do very much on MoneyByte the past week due to personal circumstances, but that's all said in the general chat of the Discord channel. But all the other team members did well, did their work, what they had to do. Our new member Carlos Quake us on Discord, and his name is Carlos on the team. He's doing very well on the social media. Carlos Moreira, if I pronounce it good. he's doing very well on the social media. That's giving a relief for other marketing members, so they can do other things. And he's gaining a lot of attention at the moment, especially also a lot of attention on Twitter. That's not our only focus. We are focusing on other social media also, but on Twitter he is gaining a lot of attention. Well done, Carlos. He's not online at the moment. No, he's not online, so I cannot ask him especially what he did, but he's doing very good, and if you want to know what he is doing on Twitter, just follow our Twitter account. We also have a Facebook account, etc., etc. You can go. I will post the links on in the chat, the voice chat text channel, so everyone can go to our social medias and follow and see what Carlos is doing there, and also back him up if he posts a tweet, retweet if he does something on Facebook, support, like the tweets he's doing, etc. The more the more people are following and liking us, the more exposure we will get, the more investors we will gain to our platform. Our platform is doing also very well. There's some front-end work done. As said 2-3 weeks ago, we are not doing very big updates on our platform because we are going to work on a complete new platform. That will take a lot of months' work. Meanwhile, the current platform will stay working, but every now and then we are smoothing it up, and the front end of the current platform is smoothed a bit up, especially the hedge pools. There are 2 kind of views now possible. All credits to Daniel for that. Thanks for working on it. Paul is doing backhand work on the hedged pools, also doing a lot of work with the tables, etc. Today he has opened the MoneyByte SCAP. Do I pronounce that good? SCAP, SCAP, Safe Capital, as far as I know. I don't know much. Maybe Pete can say a few words about it when I am done about this new. But you can start investing into it. There are 2 masternodes running. The Safe Capital. As far as I know, one user asked us about it a few weeks ago, and here we are. We are running 2 masternodes. That's a big achievement again from the team. We did our payouts, the payouts on the platform. As you can see, there are a lot of numbers. Look at the coin you like, and you can see the number that is payout. I don't know exactly how many pools we are running at the moment, but as far as I can see, there are 50 or more. We are running a lot of, and you can see all the coins we have paid out to all the investors on the platform. If you want to also have coins for free, go over to investing.moneybyte.org and you can find out how you can invest and gain coins every Sunday. That's all I had to say. Pete.
Thanks for that, Jimmy. Yes, today we launched Safe Capital. It's a project which has had an interesting masternode. It locks the collateral up for a period of 1 year, and that you're able to withdraw with the rewards, of which we are using to pay to MoneyByte investors, and the node seems to be running very smooth at the moment. Ranked 2066 on CoinGecko. The price has stabilized somewhat over the last 30 days, and it may be an interesting one. The return on investment at the moment is published on iHost at 166%, so some nice yields to be had there. 560 nodes enabled on their network, quite a popular coin, and did attract some attention. But we're pleased to bring this one to our platform, to say the least. In terms of any other masternode information, they are listed, as I say, on iHost for the latest figures. And I'm just checking on what exchanges they're available. A wide variety. They've got Crex24, South Exchange, Finebox, Bilaxi, and Graviex. So all very good. We paid out close to $500 worth of coins to MoneyByte investors today. We're about 3/4 of the way through the payments. If they haven't arrived yet, they will be shortly. If you are an ESBC holder, please be aware that their chain has forked. We did correct our wallets and masternodes, and they have been paid out. So if you can't see your rewards, it's likely that you are on the fork. So please take the bootstrap. I have posted the link on the ESBC Discord channel within the MoneyByte section. We're also struggling with SINs at the moment. And Jimmy, it was SINs, wasn't it? Safe and Sure we were struggling with? Was that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Since seems to be the rewards are ready to be paid out, but the chain seems to be stuck. And as far as I know, there are no developers for that coin. It's a very stable coin, very good rewards, and the price is good. There's a lot of trading on it, so if you have rewards, you can sell them easily. But unfortunately, the chain stopped, and I don't know if it will be back on. We have to wait for it. I don't. I honestly haven't any clue if it will be online. I hope so, because it was a very good. It is a very good coin on our platform.
Yeah, thanks for that, Jimmy. Thanks for the update on that. Yeah, we've had some good payouts today. Pirate has been as stable as always. We're watching Gauntlet closely, who are going into fundraising in the first 2 weeks of April. We know their chain is swapping to an Ethereum-based token. But we will continue to run the masternodes because there will be a swap involved. So if you do like tokens and you like the Gauntlet project, the nodes will continue to run up until the last moment. So then you can participate within the swap.
Don't forget to mention next week we have a guest. Pete.
Oh yes. We're hoping to get CryptoVin from the Pangolin project here. We'll be running 2 Pangolin nodes on our platform. A very promising project, high value nodes, definitely one to check out. So keep some MoneyByte to one side and have a look at that. Apologies if you're participating within the LuxCore masternode this week. It did fall over later half of last week. Rewards were disappointing. Hopefully we have it back online now and up and running. ZCore are also having some troubles allocating masternode rewards. We weren't too adversely affected this week. We're expecting a wallet release from them shortly to fix their chain issues. Innova paid well this week. Break also good at 490 with their unusual masternode reward system. We monitor that wallet on a daily basis to ensure we maximize returns for those holders. Paul, any news on the POS? I know you've been suffering from a few power cuts this week. Did the power cuts affect you in any way, or did you have a disaster recovery plan?
Oh, of course I had a recovery plan.
That's what we like to hear.
About 2 houses down, a tree fell across the power lines. We had a very bad windy day, gust up to 80 miles an hour, and the power was off for approximately 2 days. But I have power generators and battery backups on all the POS staking PCs, and they ran without a hitch. No downtime, so everybody got rewards as they normally would. There was no hiccups in that. Dealing without power though, no showers and stuff like that for 2 days, that kind of bugged me. But other than that, POS system ran without a hitch, no problems.
That's great. Thank you very much, Paul, for your continued service there. So always looking after the best interests of MoneyByte holders at all times, even during periods of adversity, to say the least. So, Jimmy, any final comments before we wind up for this evening?
Well, I will say don't miss out the opportunity to gain some free coins, because you do not have to buy them. You gain them for free.
Yes, most definitely. Don't forget the main principle of the MoneyByte project is to view your MoneyByte as the one single currency that you use. Once you hold your MoneyByte, you lend them to the investment platform. And for that, you then get paid, let's call it interest, each week, every Sunday, in the coins of your choice. And then if you're able at that stage to switch between other coins and projects, quite simply by completing one form, and then when you feel that you wish to withdraw, to maybe go to have a POS wallet of your own for MoneyByte, or set up your own masternode, you can then withdraw your MoneyByte until such time as you see another opportunity arise. So MoneyByte is your flexible investment vehicle that can provide you with that passive income from week to week.
I like to make an example. I'm not going to say which coin it is because I'm not going to influence somebody onto it. But there was one of our coins on the hedge that I seen had a great return of masternode rewards. I took advantage of it by sending in MoneyByte, which I'm going to leave on there, and it returned me 17% in 1 week. So using, let's say, a round number of $1,000, 17% on $1,000 is $170. What bank is giving you 17% in 1 week? You have to do your research and, be a sophisticated investor, but you can make great money in the crypto market on our hedge platforms. There's no question about it.
And you've always got that option to have that MoneyByte returned back to you as well, whilst taking those yields, haven't you? So,
yep,
that's a great example, Paul. Thanks for sharing that with us. Well, many thanks for tuning in for this week, and we'll be working behind the scenes, creating more nodes and more investor interests to drive that price forward. So many thanks for tuning in, and catch up with you all next week.